Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm Karen Greer. As we continue our talk about the autism spectrum and the whole subject of autism, we welcome Manana and Kari Kane. Did I say it correctly? Kari Kane. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. You're parents of 3 children, one of whom just happens to be on the autism spectrum. So I want to talk to you about how old little Michaela was when her journey began and what you noticed that made you wonder.
We noticed maybe really early, maybe around 1. For me, I noticed that she wasn't getting out of the bathtub. When I would tell her, get out of the bathtub, she wouldn't respond. She would just stay in there, and she was kind of in her own world. And it's funny, I looked up something on YouTube, and it was actually a thing. It was actually something where she just wasn't responsive, and then also her daycare noticed that she wasn't interacting with other kids and playing. And at the time, we were like, you know, it must be the daycare. It must be the daycare.
Yeah, right.
But
I think we were in South Carolina watching the news.
Yes.
And they had a segment.
Yes.
And they were like, and they talked about a lot of parents don't want to admit it, but your child may have autism. And they started going through the symptoms, and I remember we looked at each other and just started crying.
Yeah.
So how old was she at that point?
She was young.
One.
Yeah, 1.
1. Wow.
She officially got diagnosed when she was about 14 months.
So talk about that journey for you to get her help and what she needed. You said it's been a very expensive road.
It has, and even how the daycare broke it to us. It was just one day they called us into their office and they said, look, there's something wrong with Michaela. We've tried to help her. There's nothing we can do. You're going to have to remove her out of the school, and good luck. And I was like, do you have any suggestions? Nope.
Wow.
So we just hit the internet, and luckily Kari found information on Babies Can't Wait. And then we found out about the Elaine Clark Center, which happened to be a mile away from us, and got her into Elaine Clark, and then it just started rolling from there. You know, it really took just that one connection that from there it always led to something else. But the initial start was Babies Can't Wait, having them come to our house, diagnose her, and give us recommendations.
You said at some point it was about $6,000 a month for you to pay out of your pocket.
Oh, we pay more than
we
that.
pay more
I'm
than
sure.
that sometimes. Just
it fluctuates.
Yeah.
It definitely fluctuates.
And I mean, you want to do what's best for your child. I think for us, it's just realizing that it's a marathon. And we also have 2 other kids.
Talk about that. How does she interact with them?
It's cute. I mean, they're still siblings. Michaela still plays with them. I think it's really just, when our kids are at school, explaining to their friends, okay, my sister is, autistic, or, I think that may be something that they're dealing with, and as they get older, they'll be able to, express themselves. But overall, I mean, they're still siblings. She's still a 10-year-old.
Is there anything you wish you knew back in the past when she was diagnosed early on that you know now?
I wish I would have known it wasn't my fault. It took us, it was a lot of blame, especially for me, just a lot of guilt, like what did I do, did I not breastfeed her long enough? It was just, did I take care of myself? It was a lot of guilt and just frustration, and people staring at you because Michaela will fall out and she screams, and when she was young, we used to call her Screamer because, she was hard to control at sometimes, and she had a lot more behavioral issues than she does right now. But we actually finally did a genetics testing through Emory, and we found out that she has a 22q13 deletion, chromosome deletion. So it's really more like a syndrome. And it's not genetic. We don't think it's genetic. We don't think it's anything that we carry. It's just something that happened. It was in everyone's stress. It's just one of those things, and it was out of our control.
But all of her treatments fall under the autism.
Can I say I love seeing the 2 of you together, so loving, so wonderful. That's not always the case when you have a child on the spectrum. It could be tough on a marriage. How do you keep it together?
We work at it.
We work at it. Yeah, we work at it. I mean, I think we're both entrepreneurs. We're both really busy. All of our kids are busy. We like to stay active, and it's just with our family, it's a big pool. You know, it's your day, it's my day, it's, it's Michaela's
your
day,
hour,
it's
my
your hour.
hour.
Yeah, it's a very fluid household.
Yeah.
And we just seem to make it work. We've been
Very
doing
vibrant.
this.
I love it. And you guys are so calm and just relaxing. I could grow up in your house for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness. We are going to shift gears on our next segment. We're going to talk about a program that only hires people with autism or developmental disabilities. You'll want to see that story when we come back.